How many fails are we going to have tonight? Oh, I don't know. You have just bought the Surfliner 4th of July special to a station stop at Sorrento Valley. Load your passengers here and then proceed to San Diego in time for the night festivities. Fireworks will be at the end of this scenario, if I'm right. Yeah, it's only a half-hour scenario, this one. That's why I wasn't too fussed about messing about a little bit in that last one. Conductor, Amtrak Extra 460 South to engineer. The passengers are aboard. Highball for San Diego Old Town Station. Notice the 100% reverser. Pendennis Castle, when will the Saints one be uploaded? I don't know. I'm struggling with getting stuff up to YouTube at the moment just because it takes a lot of time to process 1080p videos. Passenger view. See you later, DJ SB. Green light. No, I saw the comment there, 4072. Chewy hosting with 28 viewers. Nice, thank you very much, Chewy. Welcome to the stream and welcome to your viewers. Dispatch, you look good for a clear run in San Diego. Expect to meet Amtrak 595 on the double track south at Cumbers and Amtrak 6907 north near Old Town. Crazy Ray. Oh, the map in the bottom left corner. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's just a little plug-in that I wrote. Chewy's part of the Nut House, is he? Awesome. Welcome, Chewy. Panda Poppin, new to Train Sim, had to get new routes for free. You can find some on some of the free websites like Railworks America or UK Train Sim. And there's also routes on Steam Workshop, but they'll require you to own some previous stuff already, but you might find stuff that works with what you've already owned. Thanks, Ben. I'll take a look. Amtrak Surfliner or Cascades? What, as in what is this? This is Surfliner. If you're asking which I prefer, I've no idea. I don't know much about the Cascades. Is the Cascades the one that uses the TGV style coaches? Because I always thought they looked really quite cool. Because you've got this big hulking, great big loco at the front, and then sort of, and then the end coach, so it sweeps it down to the European style TGV coaches. Talgos, that's the word I was looking for, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the look of that just because it's different. The Talgos they're unusual for the American audience or the American railroads. Someone said passenger view. This is passenger view. So I'll look that way. Yeah, we're on Miramar Hill. Everyone duck for the Top Guns going overhead. Although they're not here anymore. Haven't been here for a long time. Katie Moore, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. This should work now, shouldn't it? Yes! Hey, thanks Katie. Hey Bennett125, welcome. Baked Bean Kid, this route is all stop-start running until it tricks you into thinking you've got a good, clear, fast run ahead, then throws in a 30 mile per hour limit to annoy and frustrate. Does the Amtrak Surfliner have double-decker coaches? Certainly does. If you look at those are double-deckers. Say that, Nutman. So I'm not going to take advantage of the 50 because of one of Baked Bean Kid's example 30 mile per hour frustrations. Bennett, any more news on potential routes for TSW? No, you'll get official news on TSW from Dovetail. I can't give out news that Dovetail haven't already given out, essentially. It's for them to give out news rather than me. There will be news when it's good and when it's the right time to give news. Right, going downhill now. Or will be in a moment. Yeah, that's why I'm not using the exterior view, because it's dark. Oh, we've got one on the back as well. You see the coaches now? Duchess, yes, I'm going to put together a series of tutorials to help people start streaming based on my own experiences. So, I mean, my biggest advice is just to do it. Get on and do it. Even if you're not perfect to start off with. You know what? Your only way you're going to get good at it is by doing it. So, yeah, just get a copy of OBS or whatever you want to use for streaming software, and get on with it. Then once you've done a stream, think about what you want to do to make it different, and do that. And just keep tweaking and tuning the stream as you go. It's your stream, own it. Get your thoughts of your viewers. And if you don't have lots of people looking at your stream for ages, that's actually a good thing to start off with. Your problem is talking. I know I have a bit of a problem with that as well, but when you start getting more people on the chat, you can just have a conversation with the people on the chat, and that's pretty cool. You can talk about what you're doing, so explain to people how you're driving the train, why you're driving this train. You know, you keep a bunch of topics to hand. You can just keep reviewing them, and occasionally you go back to the ones you've done before, because you know what, different people are watching now. So you don't have to sort of like, oh, I can say why I'm driving this train once. Well, maybe once every half an hour or so if you're driving an hour-long scenario or something. Right, we've got one of our lovely 79 limits coming up. Squirrel just went off with a cliff wind tractor and now ended in water. Dole! $44353, thanks for the host, much appreciated. Oh, it's a lot easier with more than one monitor. I mean, I'm actually using 4 at the moment, but 2 makes a massive difference. 4 is just a bit stupid. I keep losing my mouse. Well, I'd turn the lights off because of the oncoming train. Normally you go from bright to dim with an oncoming train, but I haven't got a dim option on here, so I just went for off. I can't remember what rule that is, but there is a rule about knocking off the coming off brights when you've got a train coming your direction. Oh, the Harrisburg line. Yeah, I've actually looked at that myself because I like the look of that one as well, T-Monster. Rule 13 blind. Is that the one about the lights, Stephen Jam? You thought I had a dim option 24/7. Thanks, Dave. Thank you very much. Right, 50 limit coming up. Need more American DLC in general. We were getting the whole new simulator to start off with. Can't complain too much about that. Bringing the speed down for the 35. Are we going to do another Q&A? I am, Ruben. I still have that list of questions. I am. I just need to basically get my backside together, frankly. Yeah, I showed the new TPO liveries today, Sold UK, and redid the tutorial on how to make them all work on your own scenarios, since I messed it up last time. Coming into a 55 up to a 79. You do really good. You do really well, Robku. You do really well. I mean, you're another good streamer that everyone can follow as a good pattern. Don't do what I do. Talk a load of rubbish. Drive the train really badly. Get the tutorials wrong. And then fail to upload it all to YouTube. Unlike the some mothers do have them of streaming. Or is it the faulty towers? Something like that. I'm the Rodney of streaming. Yeah, my son has autism, Rubku. He's only very mild on the spectrum, but he is. Some aspects of it, he's got stronger than others. Am I getting caught up on video uploading? I'm struggling at the moment. It went wrong on Sunday night, which means I'm now completely behind, because I normally get like 25 videos rendered in one go, and then I can start uploading and processing them. But the rendering didn't work, so you know, and it takes an hour video takes 2 hours to render, and then another hour to upload. So to get 4 1-hour videos up is about 20 hours work. Well, 20 hours of sitting and letting the computer do its thing anyway. 65. Appreciate that, 5029. Asperger's and autism. I can't remember what the relationship is between them. They're different, but I think they are related in some way. I might be talking wrong, but I know they are different. Back up to 75. About a minute 15 ahead of time at the moment. We're stopping at Old Town Main 2. Intermediate stop. Do you like the AEM7 or the HHP8 better? I actually like the HHP8. I don't have anything against the AEM7 though. Asperger's is higher functioning of autism. There you go. Yeah, Cameron's very mild on the spectrum. He's high functioning. He's definitely not Asperger's. Francois, we are probably about halfway through this scenario. We've got an intermediate stop coming up at 2.8 miles before we get to the fireworks. Yeah, exactly, my homebound train. My son's very much fascinated by things that most people will be really baffled by, including trains. It used to be lifts, believe it or not. I mean, he was utterly fascinated by lifts. But what really came out of that, which was awesome, is that he now understands how electric motors work. And he really understands how all the different types of motors, how they sound, what they do, why they're doing it. So because that obviously lifts are powered by motors, so he really dug into how lifts work. There's a guy on YouTube actually uploads. They're almost like lift rides. His name's Benno, I think it is. Yeah, Cameron was a massive fan of his back when he was when he had his lift obsession. These days it's cars, and he goes into he can just rattle off. He'll walk up to a car, any car, doesn't have to be like a well-known car, any old car. We were walking to work one day, and there was this bizarre white thing I'd not seen before, and I said, "What on earth is that?" He said, "That's a Mini." And then he started rattling off the facts and the history about this car. I was like, "Oh yeah, they made so many of these. They were made for the military, but the military didn't want them because they weren't suitable." And da 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 da. I was like, "Wow, it's a walking encyclopedia." But that's one of the things that autistic people have. They're really good and they're really interested in collecting facts. Yeah, Cameron was listing all the specs of the cars in FH3, and he hasn't got them from Forza Horizon 3. These are things he already knows. I think Cameron would be really awesome actually on Top Gear. That would be awesome. Right, we're coming in now. A little bit early. Oh well. That's good, Rubku. Very good. Oops. This brake train suddenly has no brakes. Save it, Nebworth. Not a full Nebworth. We'll stop. Just about. Crikey. Stop! Crikey. It's got full service brakes and maximum dynamics. Well, at this speed, dynamics won't do anything. Yay! We got the doors open. How can you stop the train's lag once in a while? I'm using an SSD, Tyron 1. The biggest thing I've got that helps the speed is an SSD. I should have slowed down. Given how early we are, I should have come in much slower on that stop. I hadn't realised how much I'd have to handle the brakes. Given we're fully braked and we've got 2 locos, I thought we'd stop a bit quicker than that. Oh, Train Mechanic Simulator. Yeah, have you seen the A4? A 484 A4 with about 100 headlights on it. I might get that just to have a look. To be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you people, everyone watching the stream has got autism and doesn't even necessarily know it or been diagnosed with it, because the enthusiasm with trains is very much something that a lot of autistic people have. Not all by any means, but it's a very common thing. And I think, in reality, I think everybody's on the autistic spectrum, because 0 on the spectrum means normal, so everyone's technically on the spectrum somewhere. It lags a bit anyway, Tyron1. Maybe it's down to graphics or CPU then. Doors are clear. Proceed to the final stop at San Diego Santa Fe Station. See if we can see the start of the show. Does Cameron know his geography? I don't actually know. I think he knows some bits, but it's one of those things that if he gets interested in a subject, he will drain everything there is to know about it and soak it all up. But if he's not interested in it, he struggles. He really, really struggles. Oh, it's a Chinese QJ loco, is it? Ah, in that case, I apologise. Yeah, I will try and stop at the last station. I'll let you lot watch the fireworks. Nice, Pendennis Castle. Yes, hey Ruben, he does. Very, very mild, but he does. It's one of those things that when you know when we went through the process of his diagnosis, it was, you know, some areas he's completely normal, and a couple of areas he spikes up a bit. It's Dave Mabbott. Welcome, Dave. Dave M84 in the house. Knocked over T. Hashtag blame T. No, don't never blame the T. The T is never at fault. Do not blame the T. I was lying. Slowing for 50. Well, we don't know about Victoria. She's not exhibiting anything at the moment. It's really good because when I moved company to Dovetail, and then later on we moved the kids. When we moved the whole family down here, we moved the kids to the local school down here, and the school in London had never noticed, whereas the school down here picked it up within a year, and that was how it all got diagnosed. And it's mostly because, I don't want to be rude, but up in London, Cameron was the most intelligent kid in the class. So he kind of stood out. But whereas over here he was sort of in amongst his peers, and they could tell. The teachers especially trained for it down here as well, because of something that happened many years back. And so they picked up on it very quickly, and they were able to provide him all the right help. I was really impressed, and that's fundamentally because I took the job at Dovetail. That Cameron got that diagnosis. Spent 11 hours trying to get a cup of tea made with a Wi-Fi kettle. What is a Wi-Fi kettle? Yeah, I know. That doesn't surprise me, Pen Dennis. No, 4th of July, Gav, I wrote my own scenario and showed off the fireworks and how you use them and set them up and so forth. I'm sure I've never run this scenario before. We're not stopping at Ashmain, stop panicking. Oh, I do have a 15 limit though. Panic. Resume panic. Does Cameron have a photographic memory? No, but it's down to the facts. He can remember the facts beautifully. But that's because he's remembering the facts. That's not the same as a photographic memory. With the kind of facts he's picking up, you would expect he probably would have a photographic memory. Certainly, that's how it comes across, but it's not. Trains bring everybody together. Absolutely, because trains are awesome. And you know what else is awesome? You're awesome. Astro Elite, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Oh, here we are, we're stopping. Watching the follow thing and completely missed what I was doing here. Oh look, Weekend has fireworks. Cameron's into trains. He's been playing Train Simulator since he was pretty much since he was born, to be honest. You want me to take off the mask and do a face reveal? Maybe. I don't know if you're ready for it. Are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? You can't handle the truth. Oh, no. Shut up, Matt. Fireworks. Yes, as in. Boom, and they went. Guess that was the end of that. Hey Ruben, the thing is, people who like trains, if you don't like trains, a lot of people don't know why. I mean, ask a lot of people who like trains about football and they don't know why you like football. It's kind of, you like your thing and other people might not get it because they like their thing. And that's fine, we're all different. Don't be offended or don't get offended if someone gets on at you about your like of trains. You're entitled to like trains and do what you want to do. And just as they're entitled to like what they like, and everyone should just live and let live. There you go. And that's my deep thought for today. Don't worry, be happy, as the man said in the charts. Well done, you've delivered the holiday passengers to San Diego just in time for the start of the big show in the California night sky. You remember Cameron discussing the 1977 Tenerife air disaster in great deal. It was only 9 at the time. Yeah, I know he does. He watches all of those shows and you can remember all of them. What does Cameron think? Steam trains? He loves them. He likes all trains. I can't remember what his favourite train is. But yeah, he's had a train in fanatic thing in him for quite some time. In fact, let me just show you a picture before we finish. Take me a minute just to find it. So that's Cameron's old 00 gauge set that we had. Hang on, try that again. So that was Cameron's old 00 gauge set. And that's the same photograph in a different angle. QWERTY Afro, thank you for the host, sir. Much appreciated. Dum 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 dum. You might recognise this fella. You might not recognise this fella. Ignore the rubbish, the mess in the background. This is obviously taken quite a long time ago. And just to prove that his interest in railways, look, different shirt. Where's my favourite picture? It's down here somewhere. Oh, look at that smile. That's my lad, dudes. Folks, that's my boy. Isn't that nice? No, that's Cameron. He's probably going to shoot me later on for showing you these pictures. Don't tell him, okay? Where'd that go? There it is. Oh, I lost a picture. I don't know where I put it. Let's try that again. One more. I've got one more after this, hopefully, I think. There you go. There's Cameron looking at Thomas. So what I'd do is I'd sit him in his dinner chair, and then I'd set the Thomas up for him. Oh, I see. That's what happened. And hopefully the last one. Oh, yes. This is a good picture. There's a boy who's enjoying his trains. Okay? There is a boy who is enjoying his trains. He is literally sitting there going, choo choo choo. That is pretty much what he's doing. What if he's watching the stream? Then he's in trouble. It's supposed to be asleep. Oh dear, oh dear. Cool, huh? So this is how long Cameron's had his interest in trains for. A long time. Big old cheeky grin. Loves them. Just out of interest, those of you that remember the Microsoft Train Sim 7 Valley Railway add-on, it was basically my money from the bit that I did, because I wrote all the scenarios for it, paid for all of this. That whole thing, all the locos, everything. That's what money I got for doing all the work on the 7 Valley Railway, which was an awful lot of time. But yeah, I'm going to leave you on that grin. Alright then, folks, thanks very much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully on time at 8 o'clock, for a bit of a UK thing. And How old was he? I don't remember actually. Not very. Maybe 5, 6 at the most. Probably younger than that actually. No, way younger than that. He would have probably been like 2. But yes, yeah. Thanks very much again, and I will catch you tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And yeah, we'll have some more fun. All right then, folks. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.
Train Sim Live. Matt's gonna drive on down the track. Train Sim Live. It's good to see you've all come back. Matt's right here, he's just begun. He's showing how it should be done. An engine driver's life is fun, and we can do it too. Train Sim Live. Matt's gonna drive on down the track. Train Sim Live. Good to see you in the chat. Matt will always do his best as he puts locos to the test. He drives for hours without a rest, and you can do it too.